Now for all of you, we have started with income from house property. 1 hour introduction lecture is over. Okay. But to get into the flow, let it take 10 minutes. We will revise all what we have done in the introduction. And now, what are actually heads of income? Once we know that person, SSC, earning income from all the heads, should pay tax. Then whatever income you earn in your financial year 2021, assessment year 2021-22. So financial year 20 and 21, whatever income is earned is categorized under 5 heads. Income from salary, when there is owner and tenant relationship. Income from house property, income from salary when there is employer-employee relationship. You are working with someone. Knock, knock, section 15, enter the section and show the income there. Where? Income from salary. We have not done. Income from house property, second head, but we are doing it first because by the end of the house property topic, you will come to know how to study income tax. So income from house property, if there is owner and tenant relationship and you are getting the rental income. Third is income from business or profession. If you are a professional engineer, architect, doctor, or you are doing business, then third head. Fourth head is capital gain. If you have a capital asset, land, building, property, mutual fund, shares, jewelry, gold, and you are selling that, you come under the fourth head. Fifth head is very small, very beautiful. We also call it as residuary head. It is income from other sources. Whatever income is not taxable in the 4 heads, it is taxable in income from other sources. And there are some specific incomes also, which are going to be taxable there. Now, anyone in the class who has missed the introduction and all should know one important thing of learning income taxes. Income tax is not a practical subject. For CA students, it is 60 and 40 marks, your GST and income tax. For CMA students, it is 100 marks direct taxation paper in intern. But it is not a practical subject. It is a law. Income Tax Act is a statute, a law. You interpret the law and based on your interpretation, your understanding of the law, the section, the subsection, you apply it and solve problems. Law says if there is owner and tenant relationship, if I am getting rent from you, I should tax it under income from house property. But you are owning an academy and you are paying me rent. For me, income from house property. But on the floor, on whole floor, there are 4 rooms, and in one of the room, you have sublet someone and he has put up a canteen over there. And he is giving income to you. You can't say as a student, ma'am, for me also this is rental income. No, this is income from subletting because you are not the owner. Did you get my point? So the chargeability section 22, 23, 24, 25, simple sections are there. Chargeability is knock knock. When will you enter this head of income? Income from house property, owner tenant relationship. Ma'am, tenant is also getting the rent, no. But he is not the owner. So for him, where that canteen rent will be taxable? Income from other sources. Clear? And why we are studying it first, I hope it is clear that you have to interpret the law and you will enjoy it. I'm telling you, this is a very super easy topic. I don't know if you remember last class, all of you have calculated the GAV and NAV correctly only, right? Chalo. Let me show you the screen, Word document. I hope all of you have taken a printout of this, or if you come this side, you can take it from sir. Yeah. Chargeability section is section 22. Coming 10 minutes are revision. There are 50 students or 60 students in the class. Don't hesitate. How should I ask if the whole class is following? Doubt is doubt. Chat box is on. You can put your doubt in the chat box. One thing. Another thing is that if it is very much confusing, you can unmute and speak up in the class. No problem. I'll clear it instantly. If you feel And if I feel that the doubt is to be solved, say it is distracting the whole class, I will pause you and I will ask you to stay back after the class. Class is from 6:30 to 8:30. Okay? I hope no confusion. Anyone wants to say anything? Empty your mind. दिमाग में कुछ बात है तो बोल दो, or else we can start. Chargeability section says that there should be property comprising of building or land appurtenant to the building. I have a building, attached to the building is an open land which I have given to my neighbor for a garage or for opening a saloon or for opening a boutique. I hope you are getting. Building I am using, in front of my building is an open space, the open land, attached land appurtenant to the building, and I have given it on rent. Will this rental income be taxable in my hands? Answer is yes. And when I say income from house property, the name is house property, but it includes not only residential building, factories, godowns, depots, shops, commercial premises, and all. Land appurtenant means land connected to building like garage and all, right? Now, very important thing, I want to repeat that example which comes so many times in exam. I have an open plot in the outskirts of the city in Uppal area, and I have given it out on rent for 2 months to Patanjali Yog Peeth, Ramdev Baba, to teach yoga. So in the open land, they will put up tents and all, and they are going to teach yoga. Now, this rent of the land, will it be taxable under income from house property? Answer is no. Because it's a vacant land, plot, there is no building, no house property, no godown, no depot. So open land rental income is taxable under income from other sources. Subletting is taxable under other sources. One more example, we have discussed that nowadays in high-tech city and that side, the flats are given on rent along with all the amenities. Rental is say 50,000 and I'm charging from you 25,000 for the ACs and geysers and microwave and sofa and dining and bed and cupboard and all the amenities which I'm giving. Then income from house property is rent. Other amenities should be taxable in business income or income from other sources. This is like, can't say in fill in the blanks true and false where, but so many times this concept is asked. This is not theory. This is a concept which you have to revise. How you like some music and for 2-3 times you remember music or some 1 or 2 words of it, but you are not able to sing. But when you repeatedly hear, in that case, then what happens? You remember the lyrics very well, no? And once you remember the lyrics after 10 years also, you will not forget. However new songs are coming, those lyrics, you know it very well. That's the same case with income tax. The way we learn accounts is different. You know the format of the data's account, creditors account, your pen moves. Cash flow statement, you know the flow, the pen moves. But here it is, you have to analyze and you have to say hi, hello every day. Right. So, rental income will be taxable here. 1 second. Yeah. Rental income will be taxable here. And amenities and all will be taxable in business income, income from other sources, right? Listen, sometimes the term they are using this as composite rent. Composite means combined rent, and we are not able to separate it. Okay? Composite rent, we are not able to segregate ki ma'am, in 75,000 we don't know how much is house property and how much is other amenities. Then the whole rent will be taxable in income from other sources or in business income, as the case may be. You may be having a doubt, ma'am, house property rental income, what it has to do with your business income? Then listen, all of you, there are people who have 8-10 properties in the twin cities and they just get rental income. They have appointed a person also to take care of the rental incomes and to take care of the rental incomes and collect the rent and do the repairing work and all. They have people for that. In that case, this rental, yeah, what I was discussing, some distractions, no, things are coming out of mind. Really sorry. क्या डिस्कस कर रहे थे हम? Okay, so definition of property is clear. Yeah, composite rent we were discussing. Yeah, why the rental income has to do with business income. Yeah, very important thing is, if a person is having 8-10 properties in the Twin Cities, thank you so much, Abdesh, 8-10 properties in the Twin Cities, and he is getting rent. He has kept a person also to collect all the rent. Can he show rental income as his business income? Answer is yes. Then the thing is it house property or is it business income? House property or business income? That depends. As in how we move on in the class, it will be clear. Whatever I'm saying, everything is given in the notes. You need not write. What I'm making you write, that is there already in the notebook. Okay. Now listen, all of you. The types of the properties can be divided into 3 categories. First is let out property. I have given the property actually on rent. To let, you've seen the board, no? Residential properties, commercial properties here. Deemed let out property will come here, and self-occupied. Now what is self-occupied? Self-occupied property is the property which you use for your own stay. You are occupying that property. So obviously the gross annual value, that is nothing, but the rent received is going to be nil. You can't receive a notional rent for yourself. Now in this one, relaxation is given from last year, and it says that self-occupied property, okay, see, up to 2 self-occupied properties, the benefit is given to individual and HUF. Now, what does that mean? Any person in India can have 1 or 2 properties as self-occupied. Earlier it was 1, but nowadays we are all staying in separate small families, no? So 1 for the parents or 1 for the children and 1 for yourself. So 2 houses are allowed to be treated as self-occupied. Now listen to the case. Film stars, cricketers, celebrities, they have 4-5 houses. 1 in Goa, 1 in Dalhousie, and 1 in Mumbai, 1 in Lonavala. Any 2 houses of their choice can be treated as self-occupied. Remaining 2 houses, they are also self-occupied. They will be treated as deemed let out, and notional rent they have to show, and notional tax, income tax is calculated and they have to pay. Ma'am, this is wrong. If we have not done, why we are paying the tax? Government is saying 2 houses for yourself is enough. 3 and 4 houses, if you are owning, it's a luxury. So whatever rental income you have expected to get in that area, Lonavala bungalow or Dalhousie bungalow, you have to show. What I am teaching right now, I'll be working the problem. So it is 6:55. You see your clarification by 8:30. You will be clear how to decide. Now, next question should be, ma'am, should we decide every year or it's fixed every year? You have 4 houses. Any 2 of your choice, you can treat it as self-occupied. Remaining 2 actually self-occupied will be treated as deemed let out, and you have to pay the tax on that. I hope it is clear, right? Now, this benefit of 2 self-occupied property is given only to individuals and HUFs. Now, very important is, in the word self-occupied, we have added this word unoccupied. You know, when I am doing like this, if you have the hard copy, you should also do this. Some highlights, attention should go, you know, how we make catchy things, we write it in the board. Unoccupied house. You have only 1 house in Hyderabad, in Alwal area, outskirts of the city, and because your brother is studying IIT in Nalakunta. Painful, no? They have classes from 4:30 to 7 in the morning, IIT, 8, 9 class students. So 3:30 they should wake up, get ready, and 4:30 they should be in the class. 5 minutes late, bye bye, go home, sleep. So now parents, what did they do? One single house they have in Alwal that they have kept in vacant, and they have taken a rental house in Nalagunta area. Now the question is, ma'am, that Alwal house, will it be treated as self-occupied or deemed let out self-occupied? It is unoccupied. It is unoccupied by owner due to his employment. You are having house in Hyderabad and you got a job in Bangalore. You are staying in the company's house in the Bangalore. Your house in Hyderabad is vacant due to employment, business, profession, or any other reason. I hope you are getting. So if your house is vacant in Hyderabad, in Alwal, and you are paying rent in Nalakunta, that one house is allowed to be treated as self-occupied. But then greediness. You say, ma'am, anyhow, Alwal house is closed, no, for 1 year. So nearby to that one function hall is there. And you start giving it out on rent as guest house. And you start getting rental income. Ma'am, only for 1 month, wedding season. Rest 11 months it is vacant. No. 12 months if your house is vacant, unoccupied or self-occupied, you are here. If you get little rental income also, it's let out. Now you ask your doubts. 2 minutes, I am taking a pause. Unmute and ask your doubts if this is clear or not. You know, we are learning in stages. Unless this is not clear, we can't start with the problem. Another 15 minutes, I'll start with the problems. But then this should be clear. Right or not? Bolo.
Ma'am, unoccupied house.
Unoccupied house is the house of which you are owner. But you are not self-occupying. You are not staying there for some reason. Maybe you have one house in Hyderabad and your job is in Bangalore. You are staying in Bangalore. So Hyderabad house is self-occupied. You are staying, but right now it is unoccupied. So the question is, will it be treated as a self-occupied property here? Answer is yes. Unoccupied property is treated as self-occupied property. It is property used by owner for his residence or which is unoccupied by the owner due to employment, business or profession. For such self-occupied property, annual value will be nil provided no other benefit is derived by the owner of the property. See, if you want to treat it as self-occupied and if you want to make annual value nil, you should not derive any other benefit from that property. Clear to all of you? And we are going to do 2-3 problems based on this. So I think it will be very clear then. Chalo. All 3 properties are clear? Yeah. Ma'am, that 2 houses, no tax of your choice? Yes. If you have 4 houses, any 2 houses, you can treat it as self-occupied. Till last year it was 1. I'll solve problem now. 4 houses. But how to make a choice, ma'am? I'll teach you. Half an hour we will take and we will do the first problem very slowly. How to make a choice in exam. And it is a super question for 10 marks. Already in November 2020, it has been asked in CA exam. Choice of houses. And house property, you know, it's like if you say all the 5 heads, dominating head is business head. Separate problem. Another younger dominating brother is salary. Separate problem. Capital gain, separate problem. House property and other source, they are like, with all the other income, they will give in question number 1 only. So you don't have a choice. Followed or not? Chalo. I hope 3 types of properties are clear. Now, how to derive the GAV, I want to talk little detail. But before that, I want to revise with all of you what we have written for the municipal taxes. If I am getting rental income and if I am paying municipal taxes, including the sewerage tax to government, I can claim a deduction subject to 2 conditions. Municipal tax should be paid by owner. Municipal tax should be paid by, I have left this how to derive GAV, I'll come back. Municipal tax is allowed as deduction provided it should be paid by owner. If owner is paying municipal tax but he is getting reimbursement from the tenant, no deduction to the owner. Second is from the rent received, that is gross annual value, you deduct municipal tax on payment basis. 31st March 2021, you missed out paying municipal tax. And next year you paid for 2 years. Next year you claim deduction. Municipal tax deduction is not allowed on due basis. Is it clear to all of you? Next is net annual value you get. GAV minus municipal taxes, you get the net annual value. Then you have deduction. Okay, you have got a deduction. One second. Deduction 30% of the NAV. Now what is this 30% deduction? Government is saying if you are earning 100 rupees rental income, 30 rupees you are doing as expense. Like if I am the owner, I'll have to do repairs, ground rent, watchman salary, liftman salary, maintenance, building cleaning expense. So, ma'am, but if my expense are 20%, no, flat 30%. Ma'am, my expense are 45%, I can prove I have a bill. No, 30%. I hope you are getting. NAV's 30% is the standard deduction which is allowed. Followed all of you? And then we are allowing interest on loan with pre-construction interest. Pre-construction interest, I don't want to talk anything right now. I don't want to talk tomorrow also, after 2-3 days. There is no target to complete house property head in 6th class or 10th class or 12th class. So we are going in part, but just interest and pre-construction, we get a deduction and then we get. Can we just say the format orally like your prayer? Gross annual value, less municipal tax, net annual value, less standard deduction and interest on loan. Okay, tell me overall how many deductions are given in house property income? Municipal tax, standard deduction, interest on loan. Anyone is having doubt? Otherwise, I am going to interest on loan. See, this I have already covered. Those that missed the first class, they should revise all this. Municipal tax, on payment by owner, standard deduction. Interest on loan, I have already given you one flow chart. I want to go to that and I want to explain from there. Is my voice not clear?
Here, ma'am.
Yeah. Please, some of you respond because I put it on full 100%. But if it is not clear, then there may be network issue at your side. Ashok, check once. Right, chalo. It is a 3 days break. Huh? If I keep on doing revision like this, I don't know how many classes I'll need. Okay, now let us say, can you take loan for your house property? I hope all of you have this flowchart in your notebook and don't draw this flowchart in the final exam. This is a mind map for you to remember. Like you want to go from A to B destination, 2-3 days you will use Google. Then when you drive and go, you remember the landmarks and you go. Oh, followed on. Interest on loan is allowed on due basis, but you have to take the loan from housing company, financial institute, banks, not from your friend or relatives. Those who will give you certificate. And in case of let out and deemed let out property, no upper limit. Whole interest on loan is allowed. Is it clear to all of you? In case of let out and deemed let out, there is no upper limit. Whole interest on loan is allowed. Right? In case of self-occupied property, let us see. If you have taken loan for construction of a house or purchase of ready-made house, loan is taken after 1499. Construction is over in 5 years. Once again, I want to repeat 3 conditions. Last time I made you understand. Today I am making you learn and we will apply this and solve problem. Loan for Purchase or construction you have taken loan after 1499, construction is over in 5 years. Okay? Then how much loan interest is allowed? See, when you pay EMI, it has principal plus interest. So how much interest is allowed? It is allowed up to 2 lakhs. Loan taken for repairs and renovation, interest is allowed 30,000. Today, if you take loan in 2020 for renovation, repairs, reconstruction, how much maximum interest is allowed? 30,000. And you know, when around 8 to 10 problems are over, I'll give you some 5, 6 nice booster notes for interest on loan. That will make it more clear. Suppose you started the construction after 1499, construction took 7 years. How much interest on loan will be allowed? 30,000. All the 3 conditions should be satisfied. Then in case of self-occupied property, interest on loan, you get a deduction of 2 lakh. Otherwise, you get a deduction of 30,000. All clear? Right. See, these problems we have worked out in the last class. I hope interest on loan is clear to all of you. Then we will go to the GAV. Yeah. Now, how to derive the gross annual value? How to derive the gross annual value? If the loan is taken before 1999 for purchase, then interest on loan is 30,000. Nice questions. Keep on asking. Savita, and I want all of you to please put your chat box open to all, as if this is a face-to-face class, and when you ask a doubt to the teacher, the whole class is listening. And it's a fact, you are daring to ask the doubt. There are 5 others who are having the same doubt, they are not asking. Maybe they are watching on mobile, so they are not comfortable chatting, or they are not able to unmute. It's okay. We can understand the minuses of these online classes. But there is comfort. We are saving traveling time and the notes and all. Take a screenshot also of the loan table if you have missed, and then you can later on copy it in your notebook. So once again, I am clearing. If you have taken loan before 1499 for the construction, then interest on loan will be allowed 30,000 only. Nothing is theory. After 2 classes, you give me an answer. Ma'am, we learned how to apply the knowledge what you have taught in first and second class. Let 3rd class be over. This is a way to study income tax. You know, there will be a class when starting of the class, no gyan to be given today. Chalo, let us start and do some problems. It will take time to reach that stage. Now, we will see how to derive the gross annual value. Those who are listening to this term for the first time, gross annual value is nothing but your rental income for 12 months. Then you can say, ma'am, whatever is the rent received is the GAV. What's the problem? Can there be suppression of income? I am saying to Priya, give me 20,000 rent by check, Priya, and 10,000 rent you send cash to my home under the table. Government ko we will show 20,000. What's the benefit to me? I will show lower income, lower tax. What's the benefit to Priya? She will have to pay only 20,000 in white. Legal income. 10,000 she is earning illegal income and she is paying me. So government is saying we will introduce few terms. Let us see what is the first term. Fair rent. Fair rent is the arm's length rental income received between unrelated owner and tenant. No relationship is there. Fair enough. We use this word, no? Fair enough. ठीक ठाक ही है. Fair rent is arm's length rent between unrelated owner and tenant in similar locality. If I have given to Priya 30,000 rent my first floor, and Priya is my younger sister, let us see what is the rent of the second floor. If it is 50,000, definitely I am doing undercutting. Are you all getting? So, fair rent we can obtain And if you all read Times paper and all Friday paper, they give the fair rental values in the different areas. The rental value will be different, and it is based on the construction also. If it is a 20 years old building, the rental will be less. New building, the rentals will be more. Next, municipal value. Municipal, you can go to the corporation office, say your house number, and they can give you how much rent you will get according to the municipal value. Standard rent is the rental value given by the Rent Control Act. Standard rent is the standard minimum rent of this area, these many square feet, you should get the rent. These values you can obtain with the help of some apps, and there are sites, you know. So there you can put in the area details and you will get the fair rent, municipal value and standard rent. Clear to all of you? Practically. In exam, they will give you ready. Fair rent, municipal value, standard rent will be given to you ready in the exam. Is this clear to all of you? Right. Now, what is the step here? Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher, is step A. Step B is step A or standard rent, whichever is lower. Step C, step B, or actual rent, whichever is higher. So, you know, like ocean waves, high, low, high. Will you remember it? Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. That or standard rent, whichever is lower. That or actual rent, whichever is higher. Right? All right? So, like this, you have to derive the GAV, and actual rent is there. Fine. Now, there are some exceptions to the rule. I want to go to that. But before that, 1 second. We will now go to, I think one base level problem, all of you know we have done. Fair rent and municipal value, which I did 1 and 2 exercises, you all did it last time's class. So fair rent and municipal value, whichever is higher, that or standard rent lower, that or actual rent, whichever is higher, is your GAV. Now, when you compute self-occupied property, GAV is nil. You can't pay rent to yourself. You are paying the municipal tax of your house, but it's treated as your personal expense, not allowed to be deducted. NAV is nil. On nil, 30% will also be nil. 0 into 30% is 0. But interest on loan is allowed. In case of self-occupied, interest on loan is allowed 2 lakh or 30,000, that depends. And then you get income from house property. Take a pause, digest and go the first booster note. Self-occupied property will always show a loss. Clear to all of you or not? Self-occupied property will always show a loss. Is it clear to all of you? All clear?
मैम अगर 1999
Yeah, if it is taken, loan is taken before 99, interest on loan is 30,000. So income is nil and interest on loan is allowed. So there will going to be loss. Now why I am doing this, so sorry to do all this. This is because we are not math students. So if there is a loss negative, we write it in bracket in income tax. Now, let out
मैम अगर
Say.
99 के बाद लोन लिया जाए फिर इंटरेस्ट कितना रहेगा?
Then the interest will be either 2 lakh or 30,000. That depends. What is the situation? Listen, if you have taken loan after 99 for repairs, 30,000. For purchase or construction, 2 lakh. But you took for purchase and construction. Construction went on for more than 5 years. Again, 30,000. It's not that it is not clear. To learn and digest it, you'll have to read that table 2-3 times. Then that table is fixed in your mind. Okay? जैसे स्कूल डेज में फोटोसिंथेसिस का डायग्राम बनाते थे ना 4 times, that you have to apply for income tax. Okay, चलो let us do some questions here for deriving the GAV, some simple ones, and then I'll go for those combos. I'm doing the first one. Listen. अच्छा, tell me one thing. Yeah, I should, before I start with the problem, I really missed out to teach you that if the property, let out property is vacant, then what to do? You have only one property, just 1 second, huh? You have only one property and you are receiving rent 10,000 per month. Listen, all of you. But property was occupied from April to December, 9 months. January, February, March, the property was vacant. Then can I say actual rent will only be 10,000 into 9, 90,000? Anyone in the class is having doubt? 3 months the property was vacant. No. If you have not received the rent, how do you tax it? For deemed let out, the case is different. But in case of let out, you tried to let it out for 12 months, but then no, 3 months you didn't get only any this thing customer. So then will you take the GAV as 90,000? Now here there's a point to remember. Listen. If the property is self-occupied, take the GAV as nil. Clear? These bullet points are written by my own language. These are not taken from any books. And for each bullet points interpretation, you have to solve problems with me the very next after these points. If the property is self-occupied partly and let out, follow the steps. Listen, April, May, June, you were staying in the house. And then you shifted in another house. In this house, you gave it out on rent. Then, ma'am, shall we take fair rent and municipal value and standard rent for 9 months? No, for 12 months. But actual rent will be for 9 months. Because 3 months the property was self-occupied. So, once again, self-occupied and let out, take all this for 12 months. Compare it with actual rent for 9 months. In the step, it will be clear. Follow? Now, if the property is vacant for some and let out for some, then take actual rent irrespective of other values. But important should be actual rent. See, in the third step, what it is? Fair rent, municipal value, whichever is higher. That or standard rent, whichever is lower. That or actual rent, whichever is higher. But if actual rent is low for the genuine reason, due to vacancy, then even if it is low, actual rent will be taken as GAV. This point is covered here, but maybe language you all should add if you have the notebook. If property is vacant for some period and let out, actual rent, irrespective of other values, please add on to this now in your notebook. If actual rent is low, only due to vacancy, and this is not theory, I'll show you how to solve the problems. Actual rent is low only due to vacancy. Finish writing? Okay. Please open your notebooks and we are solving the questions. You all should do it in notebook. All these cases, but let us read it one by one and make it clear. Question number 1, A bit we are doing right now. Sanjay has let out his house for 12,000. Municipal value of the whole property is given 1,80,000. Is the case clear to you? Now I am going to the notebook and I am solving with you all. So you all also please solve it there. 1 second. Fresh page we will pick up and we will do it. Problem number 1, A bit. And if you have the printout appreciated, you know, in the header footers, you can do the 3D and 5D makeup of your notebook. If you're not having, you can check with me now. 1 second. You have to write the steps again and again. That's so important. So what is the rental income for Sanjay? And fair rent and municipal value is not given. I hope you are getting. Fair rent and standard rent is not given. So the step 1 answer is fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. You can write like this. Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. So just directly take the municipal value 1,80,000. Is the presentation clear to all of you? Step 2 or step B, whatever you want to write. Step 1 or standard rent, whichever is lower, nothing given. Standard rent is missing. Every problem will have all the values not necessary. Step 3. Step 2 or actual rent, whichever is higher. And actual rent is 12,000 into 12. 1,44,000. So 180, step 2 answer, or 144, whichever is higher. See, this initially you are doing. You do 2-3 problems, you will enjoy. You say, ma'am, pause, allow us to do. So whichever is higher. So which one we will take? 180. Now, what is your gross annual value? 1,80,000. Did they give you municipal taxes? Nil. Nothing is given in the problem. So maybe municipal tax is paid by the tenant. So what is the NAV? 1,80,000. And at least standard deduction you have to give 30%. So 1,80,000 into 30%. 54,000. If you are calculating faster than, and then you have interest on loan, just space I am saying keep it nil. Parking, interest on loan is not there. So what is the income from house property? 1,26,000. Now who is having what doubt in this problem? Ask. See, I am telling you my experience of teaching these house property over so many years. Students do all the other things correctly, but GAV is only wrong. Then all linked things will go wrong. So today's class, if we can practice only GAV also, absolutely fine, no problem. All clear? Shall we go on to problem number 2? Are you comfortable writing with me? Please respond. Problem number 1.
Ma'am, please, I can write. Please down the screen.
Write it, write it. Chalo. Then, yeah. Let us go to the next problem. Because some of you have not taken yet the printout of material, make sure you take it from the WhatsApp. You can mail yourself and take a printout or take it from sir. So today's class I am reading out the question, but then I'll be giving some similar homework with all the discussion. Now, Ramana has a property value of 2,40,000. So the first step 1. Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. So municipal value is given 2,40,000 for Ramana. Step 2 is step 1. Or, I hope when I am writing, you are also writing. Step 1 or standard rent, whichever is lower. It's same because standard rent is not given. Step 3. Step 2 or actual rent, whichever is higher. Now listen. For the month of April, May and June, the property was vacant. And from July, he has given on rent. So can I say actual rent is 30,000 into 9, 2,70,000. Anyone is having any doubt? Only 9 months the property was let out. And what is step 3? Step 2, 240 or actual rent 270, whichever is higher. So what will be the GAV? 270. Now, frankly, for one problem I showed you, but municipal tax is nil and standard deduction you should give. We are just working out GAV right now for all the problems. नीचे का format will be clear to you, standard deduction and all. Yeah, ask your doubts. Put it in the chat box. Chat box is open on the right hand side. Or unmute and ask. Isn't it very easy? If you say yes, ma'am, first get. I'll give one problem then on your own. Then you do and then you say. Question number 1C. Naresh owns a flat which is assessed by local authority with annual value of 30,000. So local authority means municipal value is 90,000. If you want, because you don't have the problem, you can write the details like this. And the property was let out 7,500, but the tenant vacated it on 39. So actual rent is 7,500 from April to September. April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months. How much it is coming? 45,000. For the month of October, November, December and January, the flat was vacant. कोई आया ही नहीं. Again, it was occupied by a new tenant. February and March, 2 months, 10,000 into 2. 20,000. 65,000. First you tell me, are the values clear to you? If you are writing, take your time and write it.
I'm clear again.
Yeah, you write it down. I'll explain once again. First you write it down. You have received 7,500 rent from April to September. October, November, December, January, property was vacant. No tenant came. To-let board you have put out. See, due to COVID, so many properties are to-let. February and March, again it was let out. 10,000 into 2, 20,000. So what is the actual rent? 65,000. Now take a pause. Anyone is having any doubt? Ma'am, what is standard rent, fair rent? Not given. Now apply the steps. Apply our steps. Step 1. Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. So municipal value is given 90,000. You can write like this in the final exam also. Don't write FR, write fair rent. But in brief, you can write. Right now, the concentration is on the concept, so I am writing brief. And I am saying and writing, so sometimes I use the abbreviation, please. I have cleared my exam in 2020 years back. You have to write your exam. So you write everything nicely, what is required presentation. Abhi, these are not full-fledged problems. These are concept gripping problems, base building problems. When GAV is like super perfect, 2 months watering done, now you can build up the mall. Got it? Chalo. So fair rent and municipal value 90,000. Step 2 is your step 1 or standard rent, whichever is lower, 90,000. Step 1 is 90 and standard rent is not given. So you can't say standard rent is 0. It's not given means 90,000. Step 3, step 2 or actual rent, whichever is higher. Step 2 or actual rent, whichever is higher. So what is the actual rent? Step 2 answer is 90,000. But actual rent is 65,000. So now there is a googly. Can you all put your pens down and listen? Something twist and turn you are doing now. That dialogue, no, kuch to gadbad hai, so we are doing now. Listen. First you look at the screen and make yourself very clear you have followed. Then I'll give you time to copy. Step 2 or actual rent, whichever is higher. So high, low, high, man. Take 90,000 and finish. Done. But here, actual rent is low only due to vacancy. Only due to vacancy. If 4 months the property was let out 10,000, definitely it would have increased. Followed or not? So actual rent is low. And in the third promise is high, low, high. But actual rent is low due to vacancy. Then even though actual rent is low, GAV so should be actual rent 65,000. Because it is low due to vacancy. Ma'am, if 4 months it is self-occupied, same problem, then you will take 90,000. I'll work out option 2 also and show you. Write down. I hope my speed is fine. The whole class is following. I'm missing seeing the screen which goes on your faces, 80, 100, 200 students also we can pick up. Face देख के कि किसको पूरा समझ में आया नोट, तो I'm missing out that. So you ask if you have a doubt. Note down. I said I'll give you time to write. You write, I'll again revise. We are not considering, you are asking why to consider the vacancy period. Listen, high, low, high steps are fine. But actual rent is low because it's not a deemed let out property, it's a let out property. So the person, his name is Naresh. Naresh is saying, ma'am, if I have kept to let board and property was not occupied, why should I pay the tax on 90,000, whichever is higher? Because actual rent is low, agreed, but it is low only because the property was vacant for 4 months. October, November, December, January. If property was occupied, I would have got 40,000 more plus 65 and 1,05,000 I would have paid tax. So here the third step, actual rent is low only due to vacancy. Only due to vacancy. Then take actual rent. ऐसे पूरा लिखो. Then take actual rent as GAV irrespective of low. Take actual rent as GAV irrespective of it being low. All clear? Anyone is having any doubt? Now, and we'll work out more problems to make it clear. Chalo. We are going to question number 1, D bit. Writing part is over. We are just deriving GAV. Municipal taxes, nil, NAV, standard deduction, that now you know it. D bit. D bit. Krishna owns a flat. Municipal value is 1,20,000. Let us write all the detail. You also write it in your notebook. Municipal value is 1,20,000 in which he was living with his family. By the end of July 2020, he completed construction of the bungalow and he shifted. Okay. So, April to July, self-occupied. Property was self-occupied. And after he shifted to another bungalow, from August, this flat was let out. August to March, this flat was, please write all the details. I'm telling you, you will see a super crystal clear concept clarity after 2-3 days and your pen will flow in the final exam. Students are getting exemption. It's not, ma'am, we are studying to pass out income tax. 82, 86, 88. These are the marks in income tax if you are learning in these breakups. Ma'am, do they ask question like this? Yes, in the MCQs. Calculate only the GAV. And I am doing these concept gripping questions so that when I do total income problem, GAV mein galti nahi hona chahiye. Right or not? I hope you all have written all the details. Once again, municipal value is 1,20,000. April to July, self-occupied. August to March, it was let out. And per month rent is 8,000. 8,000 into 8. 64,000. 8,000 into 8, 64,000. Now say, municipal value is 120, actual rent is 60,000. Now I want all of you to write a note and then start the problem. Actual rent is not low due to vacancy. Full stop. I capital. It is low due to self-occupied property 4 months. Hence, follow steps. And homework is do the classwork again within 24 hours. Right now, my explanation is helping you to do the problem. If you do in 24 hours, I'm telling you, some things are like scientifically proved that, explanation is going on in your mind. So if it is done, then you will learn it by tomorrow. So you revise the classwork again at home. Actual rent is not low, 64,000 due to vacancy. It is low because 4 months, 32,000 rent you have not received because you yourself occupied it. Followed or not? Huh? Then follow the steps. So let us follow the steps. Step 1, fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. So municipal value is given 120. Step 2, step 1 or standard rent, whichever is lower, 120. Step 3, step 2 or actual rent, whichever is higher. So here step 2 is 120 or actual rent is 64,000, whichever is higher. So 120. Now you can say, even though Krishna has received rent 64,000, GAV will be taken as 120. If you understand these two problems, this and this first problem, done. Your syllabus for GAV is over, not syllabus for house property. There are nice concepts, co-ownership and partition and foreign rental income. One concept, problem. One concept, one problem. Now write it down and ask your doubts. Anyone in the class is saying, ma'am, even though actual rent 64,000 is low, why didn't you take low? Is it low due to vacancy? Was it vacant? No. It was self-occupied for 4 months. So can I conclude one thing as a booster note? Self-occupied and then let out, follow the steps. Vacant and then let out, then take actual rent as GAV even if it is low. Is this clear to you? ऐसे नहीं लिखना है. I'll make you write in the end as booster notes. Yeah.
मैम अगर एक्चुअल रेंट ड्यू टू वैकेंसी लो हो तभी वो लो वाला अमाउंट लेंगे ना हम.
If actual rent is low only due to vacancy. Vacancy is we have given 2 lakh board property is not occupied. Here actual rent is 64,000 because 4 month property was self-occupied. Krishna was himself staying in the property. Then he purchased another bungalow and he started letting out. So once again, self-occupied and let out, no emotions. Follow the steps. Vacant and let out, emotion. Ma'am, third step, usually we take whichever is higher. But if actual rent is low, because of vacancy, take actual rent as the GAV. Anyone in the class was not clear with these steps or need time? Yeah, of course, to digest and learn this, you'll have to practice more problems, no? I'll give as homework. The next problem will clear all your residual doubts. Bacha kucha doubts, all will be cleared. By the end of the class, you all should give me one answer and then leave the class whether calculation of GAV is clear or not. चलो शुरू करते हैं. Question number 1, EBIT. These are all there in your material. Okay. Municipal value is 1,10,000. Fair rent is 90,000. Standard rent is 1 lakh and actual rent is 10,000 into 8, 80,000. Superb question. After this question, promise you will not have any doubts. Are you enjoying calculation of the GAV? It's like how you learn the prayer and then you get used to it. You just keep on saying as soon as you go to say this. You say no prayers, वैसे हो जाएगा. By third, fourth class, like till the time I draw GAV, some of you will chat box में you will put the answers for house property. Every batch experience. Answer आना शुरू हो गए. Right, listen all of you. Municipal value is 110. Don't rush, please. I'm teaching you some concept here. Go with me. Good to see your enthusiasm. Fair rent is 90,000. Standard rent is 1 lakh. Actual rent is 80,000. Now listen. Actual rent is given for 4 months. Can I work out this problem with 2 options? Option 1. 4 months self-occupied. Option 2. 4 months. एक मिनट. Option 2, 4 months vacant. Ma'am, why you are doing this? Actual rent is received for 8 months. So 4 months we don't know now whether the property is let out and self-occupied and let out or vacant and let out. So we will do. Here we are taking self-occupied, here we are taking vacant. Now work out the steps. Step 1, fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. So fair rent is 90,000, municipal value is 110, whichever is higher, 110. Yeah, I'll clear all your doubts, please. After this problem, I'll take a pause and then I'll clear. Please pay attention to this problem, all of you. Fair rent and municipal value, whichever is higher. So 110. Step 2. Step 1, or standard rent, whichever is lower. So 80,000. Step 3, step 2, or actual rent, whichever is higher.
Ma'am, here standard rent is 1 lakh.
Really sorry, Standard rent is 1 lakh, no? So 1,10,000 is the step 1 answer, or standard rent 1 lakh, whichever is lower. So the second bit answer is 1 lakh. And now third bit answer. Step 2 answer is 1 lakh and actual rent is 80,000. Now listen, actual rent is low because the property was self-occupied. Then follow the steps, whichever is higher, 1 lakh. And your GAV is 1 lakh. This will make all the 5 problems. Make sure you promise me and go if you really want to study, not to clear your CMA or CA Inter, but to pass out 8 subjects of final and become a professional in another 3 years. Then this is a hierarchy. Please spare some time. Out of the 2 minutes I'm going. Spare some time and see what is the portion of CA final tax and CMA final tax. CMA final taxation, this December exam was online. So many questions were asked on salary head. So it's a cumulative knowledge. You can't say in the 7th class in the maths, I will not do simultaneous equation because I have done it in the 6th class. It's the same. So aram se karo and star mark this problem is very important. 4 months the property was self-occupied. And then 8 months it was let out. Follow the steps. Now come here. Step 1 answer will be same. Fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher. Step 2 is that or standard rent, whichever is lower. Step 3 is 1 lakh or 80,000, whichever is higher. But here we will take step 3 answer as 80,000 because actual rent is low because of vacancy. If you want, you can write. If 10,000 into 4, more rent is received 40,000, actual rent would have become 1,20,000. And 120 is higher than 1 lakh. So actual rent receivable or expected rent is higher. But then here, actual rent is low only due to vacancy. Irrespective of actual rent being low, take GAV as 80,000. And then standard deduction and all. Read the question, read the answer. 2 minutes, I'll be back and I'll clear all your doubts. Any more doubts? Put it in the chat box. Otherwise, we are going for combination problems. नहीं आ रहा ना जाते वक्त इतना ऐसे खोल के चले जाओ. Thank you so much for the response. Some of you are saying it's clear. You know, whenever there is confusion, you should hold the things like this and check. ये करूँ या ये करूँ? Like that. It is so interesting. फिर से एक बार 2 steps तक तो everyone is clear. In the third step, actual rent, step 2 or actual rent, whichever is higher. So here we have followed higher because 4 months the property was self-occupied, right? Okay. And here, in the right case, even though actual rent is low, we are taking actual rent as GAV because actual rent is low due to vacancy. And now your doubts. Okay. Can you please put all your doubts to everyone? Let everyone read it in the chat box. They will give in the exam that it's self-occupied or vacant. This explanation. Yeah. Array, these are concept gripping problems. When students are confused, I have made this problem by putting some values. So of course in exam they will give any one option only. Either 4 months it will be self-occupied or 4 months it will be vacant. I hope your doubt is clear, Vinay. And Sampath, what you are asking, I'll clear it now. अब ये टेक्नोलॉजी नया प्रॉब्लम, चैट बॉक्स ही नहीं खुल रहा है पूरा. 1 minute. Ma'am, it's also self-occupied for 6 months and let out for again. Self-occupied should be considered for actual rent for 12 months. Yes, superb question he is asking. The question asked is that if the property is self-occupied for 8 months and let out for 4 months, then fair rent and municipal value and all we are taking for 12 months, no? See, this is for 12 months, this is for 12 months, this is for 12 months, whereas actual rent is for 8 months. You got my point or not? So, of course, even if the property is self-occupied for 4 months, the fair rent, the municipal value, the standard rent, you have to take it for 8 months. Clear? Yes? Chalo, let us go to some problems which are asked in exam. That also I want to read out and then we will be doing it. Problem number 1 is over. Just now we have completed 2. We have
मैम एक
already
डाउट और है,
done. Huh?
डाउट और है।
I didn't get you.
मैंने बोला कि एक डाउट है कि अगर जैसे सेल्फ ऑक्युपाइड हो 8 मंथ्स का और लेट एलओपी हो 4 मंथ्स का, तो जो टैक्स होगा म्युनिसिपल टैक्स वो 4 मंथ का लेंगे ना फिर?
Listen, such a nice advanced level question you all are asking. This I thought I will teach you in full-fledged problem. Nice question. The question is, if the property is let out for 4 months and self-occupied for 8 months, will you take municipal taxes only for 4 months? Answer is no. Once you compute the income, you take municipal taxes for 12 months only. Part self-occupied and part let out and all, no, not required. Yeah, municipal tax will be ignored if it is a self-occupied property and GAV is nil. Have I answered you? Clear? Once again, municipal tax will be ignored and not taken if the GAV is nil and self-occupied. But ma'am, 8 months self-occupied, 4 months later, shall we take municipal tax in 8 by 12 and 4 by 12? No. Municipal tax is allowed. Two condition, it should be paid by owner and it should be actually paid. Clear? Yeah. Third question is homework for all of you except the B1. B1 is having unrealized rent which I have not taught you. I don't think I'll be able to cover up. Tomorrow's class I'll be doing arrears and unrealized rent. Okay. Chalo, let us go for combination problems. That if you have more than 2 houses, any one of the house you can take it, any one or two of the houses you can take it as self-occupied. Let us directly solve the third one only. Ruhi has 3 houses in the Surat, all are self-occupied. Yes, municipal value, fair rent, standard rent. And now municipal taxes are paid. Okay, such an important point for all of you. Listen, GAV may be fair rent or municipal value or actual rent. You know, high, low, high may, anything could be your GAV. But if municipal taxes are given as a percentage, if municipal tax are given as a percentage, yeah, Ashok, I'll give example for that also. Sure. If municipal, like here, municipal tax is given 12%. So listen, in GAV, you will take fair rent or municipal value, whichever is higher, that or standard rent, whichever is higher, that or actual rent, whatever. Actual rent is not there because these 3 properties. So GAV could be anything, fair rent or municipal value or standard rent. But municipal tax, if it is given as percentage, always calculate it on the municipal value. Is this clear to all of you? Right? Okay. At the end, I'll be giving you the booster notes and you should note it down. That time, I'll give you these all points. House property 2, they have taken interest on loan for repairs, 55,000. Now look, they have taken loan for repairs and interest is 55. How much you will allow? How much you will allow? Anyone in the class?
30,000.
30,000. Only in case of self-occupied. That should be a crystal clear answer. If you treat it as deemed letter, see, one thing should be clear that all these, one second. These all 3 houses are self-occupied. So if it is treated as deemed let out, 55 interest is allowed. Only in case of self-occupied property, the interest allowed will be 30,000. Class got stuck up. I don't know if you're able to hear me.